Opportunity to shy away from trying to draft an all-in composition into Uzaya and it's Aaliyah, and then they didn't because they're sandbox, and that's not what they do. They will go with a composition that, while thematically coherent, should struggle in the mid to late stage of the game into what Kwangdong have drafted.
To make sure that these fundamentals are in line. So we hop onto the Rift here for game number 2. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for game number 2. Bulldog throwing some ice towards Kyle, who is dressed accordingly, as you can see. The skins of both Talia and Alulu kind of matching up nicely. On different sides of the Rift, however, still coordinating, and you love to see it.
Envy has a ice-themed skin as well, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of ice-themed stuff. Any Freljordian champions here in this game? No.
No Ashe, that's not allowed.
Nope.
No Sejuani.
Also illegal.
Also not allowed.
No Braum. Sad.
Sad. I do love Braum.
Me too. I like to stand behind Braum, you know? Just makes you feel safe. Anyway, he's not here. The Mighty Jax steps towards the top side. And Dudu waits for him. As Envy's going to move in a little early. And yeah, we're just going to have a bit of a face-off. Of course, the range issues that you often have as Zai, you have less into the Zeri. But the problem is that Kyle is going to be so much better in the harassment department. But there is all-in potential as Moham's going to dive on forward. Okay, let's see what we can make happen here. Feathers are out. And the heal does have to be used. Heal in trade for the Ignite.
Yeah, I want to highlight that Envy has also gone for Cleanse here, which feels not amazing. Cleanse obviously can go for the Cleanse on the taunt. You can go for the Cleanse on the feathers, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And you are going to be down a combat summoner compared to the opponents. Early Ignite did come through. Also didn't cleanse that. That could have been an angle as well, but wants to hold on. Top fight here. Wheeler not 6 yet, crucially.
Yeah, Jay finds the Q, actually dives towards both Wheeler and Kyle because they know that Bulldog is going to be here. Seismic shove. Can it actually find the mark is the question as they look to try and turn it. But they just push the monkey right back into their open arms as Closer's dashing around. Manages to pick up one with the Spirit Rush and is now looking for more. Extendo Beam does a bunch of work as Envy is now diving into the fray. Tayan pulls back the feathers but goes straight into the Death Chamber instead. And Kwangdong Freaks, they lose out on the trade.
Cooldowns are already going to be down. As Closer comes in, and let's not forget, Closer was one of our best Aris that we had last year as well. So really nice job skirting around the fight. Talia E cooldown at this point in time still quite long. And as a result, we do see that he goes down. If he hit that, maybe they could have gotten Moham there as well, but still going to be an amazing trade. Once they spot Dudu, yeah, they're going to have to peel out.
Willa does use his Warrior Trickster to get himself out of there, but yeah, exactly right. They're going to be able to take this. So, one apiece here on the Dragons. It's Kwangdong Freaks looking so much better here in game number 2. Kyle and Willa in position, 3v3. Coming on in, Q does land from Youngjae. Not pulling the trigger right now, Willa might, but he's just going to Warrior Trickster as we've got a battle towards this top side as well. Grand Challenge has been issued. Teleport from Live Sandbox though, as that is a defensive attempt from Moham, but it is actually going to be the end of him regardless. As the
but I don't think Kwangdong are biting.
Well, let's see whether Willa does make his way over. He does, but Youngjae is still going to be able to secure it. Cyclone comes in as Youngjae picks up the eye, and now they just take down the Jax. Bulldog secures his first kill of the game. And this is the Kwangdong Freaks we wanted to see in game number 1. Oh, Q connects onto Kyle, but they look to try and escape. Oh, it's so cute, the little leapfrog, but still going to get caught out. Polymorph comes in. There is the Seismic Shove just to try and zone them away. Youngjae keeping himself alive, but the Orb of Deception, and as well as Envy's ultimate, is going to be able to lock him up. There's the flash from Bulldog, but I think Envy's still going to be able to get in there. Doesn't die to the turret. Willa takes a bit of damage. Would have liked one of those, an extra one of those kills going over. Ulting onto Tayan here. Doesn't get the Feather Storm out just yet, but does get the heal as now Youngjae is fighting against Willa, who just gets over the wall and looks to try and taxi towards the rest of Kwangdong Freaks. Quickness used defensively here from Moham. But there's no smite, remember? As over the wall goes Dudu. And yes, they just watch the Baron go down. Dudu. That's true. Weaver's Wall comes in to try and block them away from this Drake as now Bertle, he dives forward. They do manage to get the knock up onto Taeyong, but he pulls the feathers out and the Blade Caller is good. Still, Bertle's going to be able to take him down. The Fiora gets rid of the Monkey, but still Liv Sandbox are all over this fight. Bulldog trying to do the best that he can as Moham is running for the hills and Bertle is just on a mission. He really wants to take them down, but Bulldog is skating and doing so quite nicely as it's just being a little bit of a nuisance. The Drake is going to be secured and there it is. The last leap strike come down that they would like to be using here as Taeyong gets a decent Blade Caller onto Closer. Seismic Shove pulls him back and the Grand Entrance is going to get out the Zhonya's at least for now. And Closer does eventually go down. There is an aggressive Featherstorm as Envy, oh, the flick is not going to connect and now Young Jae's going to be taken down. It was so close, Guangdong Freaks. Find out as Moham and Young Jae are pretty mobile as Envy is going to find, oh man, Moham just pops like a balloon.
Stay alive.
Is just going to look for Taeyong here. Does get the Featherstorm out very early on in this one. There's the charm connecting onto the Lee Sin, who has no real options. Feather's going to get pulled back as Envy is just chasing after Taeyong. Bulldog throwing so many shards of ice into this guy. As now, there's the quickness. Envy may have overextended as there's a Seismic Shove. He goes golden for the moment as Kyle desperately wants to keep him alive. The shield comes in and Envy's trying to fight it out. That was so heroic from Kyle, but they're inside the enemy base and a flash out of this one. Bulldog, can you find the Seismic Shove? It's very important. He misses it, but still, they're chasing after him. Sterix is going to get popped. Moham running pretty quickly, and Taeyong realizing that he's not going to be able to catch up. Young Jae's going to move in. There's a Seismic Shove, and Bertle's going to be taken out. Young Jae, I believe, just kicked him in the back of the head. Can Young Jae get a ward in there is the question. He dives over. He's not able to take the Baron. It's taken by Lulu for some reason. Closer's going to go down. Young Jae lands yet another quick Q, but look at this. They're all in the back of this pit getting mown down by Bulldog. Mike, so much damage, but in goes the Cyclone. Willa trying to be the hero. His GA gets popped basically immediately as Moham is buying a lot of space, but Envy skates. What the heck? He goes so far, and they get themselves out of there. Liv Sandbox, they are limping out of this fight, and Taeyong says thank you very much. That is a triple kill for the Xayah. And Bulldog, he's still alive. Bertle, he cannot walk up. These ice shards are doing so much from this threaded volley. They'll take the Cloud Soul and maybe even turn it into a Baron as Bulldog, he sets up the wall. And Bertle's just going to walk away from it. It was a cool looking wall though.
Yeah, I think you, like, I don't know if you take Drake there. I think you just try to end. Like, they can't anymore. But the moment you get those kills, maybe you just hightail it down mid.
It's Baron time.
Well, they're going to get Baron. They got the
score as well. And then you set up for the Elder flip.
Sure. If Envy doesn't misjudge the angle on that wall, I think they can win. So Wheeler has GA, and you need to fight. Like, you can't keep waiting here. So this is a great initial setup, but the defensive flashes are there. And then truly believe, like, watch Closer's health. That was full health.
Yeah.
If Envy doesn't misjudge this and kills Bulldog and Young Jae here, like if he has a slightly different angle, they win that fight. Like he two-taps everyone at this point in time.
Yeah.
But
and instead, he just sort of like puts himself in the middle of nowhere.
But this is also, as good as this is for Guangdong, this also doesn't win them the game.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They do have the
Not
Baron,
just
though.
yet.
As
well, true.
Secures the Rift Scuttler. So right now, Liv Sandbox in the lead. Rift Scuttle advantage. Oh, but there's Baron. Maybe Guangdong Freak's able to claw it back in that regard.
No, we're going to the Elderfish.
Oh yeah, it is definitely the Elderfish.
That's what it comes down to.
Yep. Can you get the Elder onto the boat?
Willow doesn't have Flash though. Without Flash on the Wukong, the engage for Sandbox is pretty bad. And
He'll
now
have it by the time
have...
the next fight is relevant.
Okay, well, that's true. Yeah, because I was going to say, Guangdong now will have map control with the Baron buff, so they can set up a lot of flank wards, so they don't really get flanked, and then the range advantage is really, really strong.
Ooh, still able to get this minion wave towards the turret, but Envy pretty comfortably able to walk up here with the huge shield that he has available. 6 items.
He has no boots.
Yeah. Oh, man. Collects himself a Runon's Hurricane. As Bulldog just does the Talia thing to break open this base. They'll take this inhibitor. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, you've got a battle between Bertle and Young Jae. Young Jae gets himself out of there.
bit weird, especially if you're driving a match. Not really good.
Is Envy just going to stand his ground, but he's taking a lot of damage. Immediately, once again, Closer is going to be taken out, and now Envy trying to stay alive. Taehoon is just a raid boss, though. He's a turret, but he is going to get wiped out very, very quickly, and there he goes. Bertle securing the kill, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And top of the morning to you, Dudu. You can walk down mid lane and win this game.
The fish has done it, Atlas!
The fish pulled the man out of the boat! He would not get fished up today!
The fisherman drowned at the bottom of the ocean. Kwangdong gonna bring us to a game number 3.
This is the classic Live Sandbox way. They do not play League of Legends unless it is 3 games in a